I can't believe Junho did this to the VIP's private part. He definitely got what he deserved though. In today's video, I'm going to be going over when evil Squid Game players get what they truly deserve, and some were truly unexpected. I'm going to be speaking about 7 players in this video, ranging from seasons 1 all the way to season 2. Like and subscribe with notifications if you guys are excited for the new Squid Game season 3. I think it's going to be insane. Alright, let's start off with the most evil player on this list now. A player that had absolutely no remorse, but he got his karma in the best way possible, and it was so funny to witness. Jang Daku. I absolutely despise this guy's attitude. He thought he could act any way he wanted. Jang Daku was a former gang member. He came into the games very aggressively and hostile towards the innocent players in the games. When the games began, he reunites a team for his own benefit for survival. I'll admit, the guy is street smart. He even started a riot in the games, which caused up to 27 people to die in the games. Man, you have a lot of deaths on your shoulder. You should feel quite guilty. Interesting fact about Jang Daku is, he is the only player in the games to have killed someone outside the games. In an early episode, he killed a fellow gang member before the game started. So the real question is, how the hell did he get what he deserved? Well, I'm about to tell you that right now. Jang Daku had an interesting relationship with nyeo. You could say a dirty one. Ugh. Anywho, in episode 5, season 1, the glass bridge game occurred. And you guys are not gonna believe how nyeo did him dirty. I'm not gonna lie, she was smart on that one, even though she was an idiot in all the other episodes. During the glass bridge game, Jang Daku is too much of a coward to take a step in front. So she says, "Allow me." He's obviously thinking in the moment, what could go wrong? Please, after me, nyeo. But that was the worst mistake he could have ever done. Because after that happened, she hugged him so tightly and wouldn't let him go. At this moment, he's like, what the hell is going on? Let me go. But she doesn't allow that to happen. She makes herself fall back, causing them both to fall to their death. Jang Daku truly got what he deserved in the end. And it was so funny seeing them fall together when hugging each other. It looks so stupid to me. So let's go on to the next player now. We have the one and only comedic charismatic Thanos. Thanos was a player that was quite arrogant, and he thought he was better than everyone else. He even betrayed some innocent players that meant absolutely no harm. But he did it for his own satisfaction, and for his own benefit. I wouldn't say he completely deserved death like Jang Daku did, because that's a different story. But he definitely needed to be punished for sure. But death still came his way. I can't control that man. He decided to pick on Byeong the whole time during the games, since he owed him money, even though he really didn't. What basically happened was, Thanos was dumb enough to invest around $70k into a coin, but he didn't pull out on time. That doesn't sound quite right. Okay. And that coin was Byeong's. That's why he's known as MG coin. So what does Thanos do instead of trying to take accountability? He puts the full blame on Byeong and picks on him throughout the whole games, harassing him into winning the games. But in episode 6, Thanos meets his death, and it's very, very unexpected. I was in shock when this actually occurred. In episode 6, Thanos confronts Byeong in the bathroom, causing a huge brawl fight between the X and the O team. Thanos meets his death when he's choking Byeong on the ground. Byeong takes a fork and sticks it right up Thanos' neck, and Thanos' eyes go wide open. I was in shock when this scene occurred. I really did not think Thanos would die this early. That was a very unexpected plot twist. So the next person is actually not a player, but I had to add him because he is so interesting and he's actually my favorite character, the Salesman. In season 2, the Salesman really showed how psychotic he really was, and it was crazy to witness. For example, in episode 1, season 2, he decided to do a social experiment on homeless people, asking them if they either wanted a bread or a lottery ticket, and they all end up picking the lottery ticket. I mean, that's quite expected, except a few though. They all of course lost the lottery ticket, not because it's fake, but come on guys. How easy is it to actually win one? So what does he decide to do with the remaining of the bread? He decides to stomp on it right in front of all the starving homeless people like an animal. This was such an inhumane scene to actually witness. In episode 1, he dies though, and it's in such a crazy way. This is why I love the guy. He ended up shooting himself when playing Russian roulette with Jihoon. This scene gave me goosebumps. I will say he actually got what he deserved though, even though I liked him a lot. See, I'm not a biased guy. I will be honest when I have to be. He did deserve death because he was one of the main sources of people dying in the games. He was the man that lured people into the brutal games. We can now go over to a player that kind of deserved to die because he betrayed a player in a very disgusting way. Cho Sang-woo. Cho Sang-woo was this investment banker. All I will say is he was a smart guy indeed. But he decided to betray one of the beloved players in the games, called Abdul Ali. In Season 1, Episode 6, players were instructed to join a pair to play the games. In one of those games were the marbles game. Cho Sang-woo was a smart guy, so he knew how to manipulate other people into trusting him. That's exactly what he did to Ali too, cheating his way through the game, causing him to die in the spot. What a sad scene, man. But did Cho Sang-woo's karma come back to him? Definitely. He died in the final episode when he went up against Ji-hoon. The guy actually ends up killing himself. I guess he knew how badly he messed up and he couldn't handle the guilt, so he decided to take his own life away from him. At least he made the right choice in the end. Alright, so now we go on to a player that didn't get other players killed, but she still got what she deserved, and you're gonna find out real soon. The Witch. Seon Neon, aka Shaman. Shaman was always giving people lectures, and was always giving conspiracy theories away. And not those nice ones where you tell someone positive like, you're gonna have a really good life, or you're gonna meet a great partner. No. She told Ji-hoon, you're gonna die soon, and that's your fate. Like seriously, what's wrong with you, girl? Anyways, in episode 4, 6 Legs, Shaman has to join a group. She's not happy with the group, but come on. It's not like anyone else is happy with you either, so keep it moving. When it's her turn to spin the toy, she starts to fail, and she starts to absolutely freak out, causing her team to panic. Because if one person fails, the whole team fails, and you know what ends up happening to them. She starts to tell herself, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. At that moment, Haewon-ju thinks enough's enough and slaps the living crap out of her. But not just once, but twice. It's so funny to see. And it actually works. She starts to listen. She definitely deserved that slap on the face. The next person on this list is a player that was in a secret organization during the games, Byeong, and he was honestly pure evil. He was a player and a doctor at the same time. He's actually the director of the show, Haemun Dok-yeok. I don't know why he put himself as an actor, but I realized later on, and it was quite interesting to realize. Before Byeong was even in the games, he was involved in a vile organization, alongside some other corrupt guards, involved in trafficking organs from the corpse of deceased players for sale on the black market. In exchange, that got him more food and more information about upcoming games that gave him an advantage compared to other players in the brutal games. But Byeong was caught later on. I know most of these players get what they deserve for hurting other players, and the doctor didn't kill anyone, but the act of what he did was so disgusting, and honestly I think it's debatable if he deserved death or not. Before Byeong died, he was upset because the guards didn't know what new games were coming up, so he got angry and he decided to kill one of the guards. With all the chaos going on, In-ho, the frontman, hears about everything and he ends up shooting Byeong in episode 4 by being gunned down. The last person on this list is a nasty one, I can't lie. The VIPs. But not the VIPs in plural. A VIP. And a nasty one, I'll tell you. Ugh. So as you guys know, Jun-ho went to the island and pretended to be a guard in season 1. In episode 7, he has an encounter with a VIP who's basically trying to rape him. He wants Jun-ho to satisfy him and he'll change his life. And some other nasty things I don't want to get into. But when I tell you the VIP got what he deserved, oh yeah, he did. When the two of them were alone in the room, Jun-ho grabbed this private area very hard and then gets a gun and holds the gun to the VIP's head, telling him to tell Jun-ho everything he knows about the games. When this scene happened, I was so satisfied to watch it. Seeing the VIP suffer was something else, I can't lie. What do you guys think? Do you think all these players got what they deserved? Or could they have encountered a little bit lighter of a punishment? I think I made sense why these players should be on this list. And I hope you guys did enjoy this video. And just to let you guys know, I will be live streaming the countdown before season 3. So definitely make sure to turn my notifications on. I will put my recent video on the middle of the screen right now as well. So if you're interested in checking it out, you definitely can. It might even be better than this video you're watching right now. Depends on your taste. But that's about it for this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe once again if you haven't already. It really helps. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out everyone and take care. Have a great day.